Hello YouTube, welcome to part one of making another handmade knife. We're going to pattern this after the blade on our Mora knife, and this blade is only about 4 inches long. We're going to make it 5 inches long. We drawed this out on paper. We copied the knife. If I can get this piece of paper over here. We copied this out. We got it laid down on here. And we made it longer, of course, and then we used a razor blade to cut this out. Okay, so it's more accurate than a scissors. Then we'll transfer that to a piece of cardboard, some leftover Christmas treats there, not to advertise, but we'll transfer that to some thin cardboard, a little more durable than this. And we'll do the same thing. We'll cut this out with a razor blade right on the pencil line. We've been using our mechanical pencil. Y'all don't know what them are. You press it, the lead comes out. That way you can make a fine line. And it's always the same width. You don't have to worry about keep sharpening your pencil to draw with. Okay. We'll pause here and we'll come back when we have a little bit more done. Today is about 12 degrees. It was a low of about 2 degrees overnight. The sun is shining. We did get a load of wood yesterday just in time. So we were stacking wood in about 20-degree weather yesterday, which wasn't too bad. Just wearing some sweats and a sweatshirt hood. And had the neighbor help me. I hired the neighbor kid there to help me to unload the wood and stack it. So we're all ready. We're ready for another cold spell. So stay tuned. We'll bring you back with some updates on this. I don't know how many parts this video will be. We'll try to keep them short. Stay tuned. Okay, we transferred this over here. We cut this out with the razor blade. We had some transparent tape holding this down. And this doesn't have to be exact. By the time you're done grinding the metal, the handle will be about 1 inch wide, the metal, but this is only going to be 7/8 wide on the blade and 5 inches long. And then it's got what they call a clip point at the top. Right there. Might be out of focus, but this is what we're using as part of a coping to do your miters on wood. It had a fixture for it, miter saw. We ground all the teeth off because we wanted to we didn't want to get rid of this. This may be a future project with that metal folded over. So we ground the teeth off. We used our diamond disc, same as a disc sander, and got it squared, somewhat squared there from one core to the next. You can still see the craftsman there. This thing, when it cut butter, it was so dull and it's so small the teeth, I wasn't going to try to sharpen it. It's not like a big handsaw. There you go. There we are so far on that. And this will all get transferred to the piece of metal once it's cut out. So, the handle is going to be a copy of this. 4 inches long. So there'll be the handle, and it'll be this type of blade. So the handle will be almost exactly this size. And we may be able to make it out of some mulberry. We have some dried firewood. It's a yellow looking. We don't know for sure, but at least we have some walnut and some maple. If I can't make it out of mulberry, it's going to probably be made out of maple because I want a different color than just this dark color. So stay tuned. Okay, we've got this marked out on here. This knife's going to be 9 inches total length. It's 15/16 inch wide. The time I got it I start out with 1 inch. By the time I got it shaped pretty straight. And we also have that, I don't know if it'll show up, that little part on the top. I call it like a clip point. We'll do that after we do this shape. This is going to be 7/8 wide as this starts down here. So there'll be a little notch in the metal. We're going to cut this with a 60 grit cutter disc. And then we'll cut this corner off. And then we'll go to our disc sander. Which is, I got the diamond blade. It's pretty aggressive. I've got the roughest one on there. It's probably like I don't know what it is. It's probably a 170 or something. I have it all the way up to 1,000 grit, like 4 different sizes. So we'll get that chopped off there so it's out of the way. get that cut off there. So this will be the end of part 1, and I'll give you some pictures. And part 2 will be the finishing up. Hopefully only take part 2 of putting the holes here and putting the handle on. I've done that in other videos. And this will be heated up red like I did my putty knife. There's a good video of the same metal of the homemade putty knife. So this will be heated up red, let it cool down to air temperature, to take the temper, the hardness out of there so I can drill through it to put my pins in there. And this has got some rust in here, pitting, but it's gonna look like an old knife. I'm just practicing this, so it's still gonna be a usable tool. This is only like 3/64 thick. If I can hold it down to this pencil line, it's, I don't know, probably thicker than this ruler, but it's under a 1/16 of an inch. So I can't tell you what gauge that is. That'd give you the best measurement. 3/64 of an inch. 1/64 less than a 1/16. So this is the end of part 1. Thanks for watching, and I'll try to put plenty of pictures in here.